Yeah, so I finally finished White Lotus season 2, and I gotta say, if there was like a moral for this story, it's not to let lust cloud your judgment. Um, because a lot of characters definitely did. Firstly, the grandfather son father duo trio, all of them were like basically thinking about women in their own way. Grandfather wanted the touch or like a hug from an embrace from a woman, but he also got aroused when he finally did get one. The father wants the mother back, but he could not stop himself from like having affairs and like looking at other women, and even like kept quiet as his son slept with the like Lucia, the hooker that he like kind of brought and paid for. um and then the son who, while he may not have his like exactly like his father and grandfather, in a way he's like definitely, like he said, attracted to damaged, or like damage is a poor word, but he's attracted to like wounded pretty birds, because that's definitely Lucia as well. Who read that and played him so well. Like, if anything, Lucia and Mia had the happiest of endings, because Lucia finally got a chunk of cash, 50,000 euros, playing this guy as if he's like Prince Charming, hired basically a couple of her friends to act like her pimp who needs money. And she just ran off, and hopefully she's going to start her clothing store boutique and she'll be happy. And Mia also has finessed her way into a full-time gig as being a singer, pianist at a bar, getting rid of the other piano player who also did suck. So yeah, they're the only two that had a happy ending. Otherwise, everyone else kind of like did their like less did their thinking for them. Let me not get even started on like the two couples, which was the couple, like they were the most interesting to me. And I understand, Harper, that like your husband betrayed your trust and you could not trust him after that, but then to trust the guy that you think is a douche this whole trip, who was also involved in that, over your husband, was just a rookie move. Definitely came from a place of hurt. Pretty dumb. I know you knew that in hindsight, but like, why didn't you know that before hindsight is my question. And like, we just kissed. Even I don't believe that, Harper. So sorry. That guy is not, kind of like, he would have tried to get away with as much as possible. And then his wife ends up, you don't see it, but it's basically heavily implied that he sleeps with Ethan, which is a nice way for her to get revenge on her husband, and also for him to finally get revenge on Cameron, because he's been sleeping with all the girls Ethan is interested in. So finally Ethan sleeps with his wife, which is, I don't know, but like they seem happy at the end. It's just very confusing, but yeah. And then the other one who let like lust and like love get to their head is, oh my god, Tanya and like Portia. Like, ladies, why did you follow some random men that you happened to meet at a hotel all the way to their villa and then spend an evening with them? Like, yes, it was great for a while, but like there's so much danger surrounding that. Like, uh like Tanya, you should have let Portia know like that you caught the nephew and uncle sleeping with each other much earlier, and you should have never gotten on that boat. Why did you get on that boat once you saw the photo of your what looks to be like your husband with that guy? I like, he literally said in a previous episode, like, I would do anything for that man, still years later. And I'm like, ugh. Also, like, okay, I'm like jumping all over the place because I'm still having so much emotion about this. Portia, like, why did you get into a car with him when you already suspected him? Like, at that point, steal his phone and get a cab. Even if it's so expensive, get a cab back to the hotel and warn your manager. And Tanya, why did you get on the boat? You saw a photo of your Greg and like thought that was weird, but like, to isolate yourself and get on the boat, and then you managed to get there. The hotel's within distance, and you don't leap off the boat to like swim to shore, especially when you hear your lover, who's also mafia by the way, is coming, and you now suspect that they're going to kill you. You should have just jumped. And then to survive all that, you managed to kill the killer, killed the two other guys, and like one jumped off the boat and the other, captain is hiding. You die by like hitting your head trying to jump onto a boat. Again, why don't you just jump into the water and swim to shore? Like, I can't. That honestly drove me a little mad to know that that's how she actually died. She managed to escape the danger, but then she died because she just miscalculated the ability to jump. She was also gonna jump with high heels. Did that make sense? Like, why? I just, my head hurt. Like, I do not understand them. It's obviously well written because I believe those characters would do that, but like, I cannot relate to that character because I would have jumped off the boat. I wouldn't have been on the boat, first of all. I wouldn't have left my hotel to go with random strangers. I've seen way too many crime documentaries about this. And I would have stayed at my hotel, would not have partied in a villa. Might have missed out on an opera, but would have escaped the murder boat. So all good there. But yeah, now overall in hindsight, I still think I love season three more, the most. I really enjoyed the dynamic like the parents, sorry, the family had, and like some of the other characters had. I thought it was very intriguing as well. And then between season one and season two, I feel like I enjoyed season one a lot more. So season two is great, and it has a lot of actors and actresses that I like adore, but and like the characters are still fun and the location's still great and it's all shot and done well, but it's probably like my least like favorite out of the White Lotuses. Still great, but I think I like the other two seasons more. Anyways, so this, I finally am caught up with all of White Lotus.